Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple A's podcast. I am your host who bleeds purple and gold, Isaac here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. Vikings football is going to be on Sunday. It is about here, baby. I'm a little bit nervous and I'm a little bit excited. I'm in between. Let me tell you, I have mixed feelings about this season, Since JJ McCarthy. If JJ McCarthy was here, I would be excited indeed. But right now, I think there's still some room for some optimism for this season. So the Vikings will take on, though, the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium on Sunday. So let's go ahead and get right to it, shall we? Another season. Let's see how it works out. So we'll start off with, the Giants offense. Just some players, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. Now, this guy, though, mind you, is a guy that absolutely sliced up our defense in 2022. If you guys remember, though, where in 2022, the reason why he picked apart our defense was soft coverage, was because of no pressure, and he could just do anything scot-free with getting away with it. So Daniel Jones, but I believe with Brian Flores, though, it might be a different story. You also got Malik Neighbors. The left, I don't know if this is the left side or the right side of the Giants offensive line. Also you got Darius Slayton. The left, I believe it's the left side. Andrew Thomas and John Runyon. They are both studs of offensive linemen, which the left side is going to be really, really tough for the Vikings. Jonathan Grenard might have some trouble, with Daniil Hunter, it didn't matter who he was going up against. He was the best edge rusher. But to be fair, the right side is where Andrew Van Ginkel and Dallas Turner will get theirs. Will get their pressure. So basically, what we need from Brian Flores is to shut down Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback, as he is already, who got paid that heavy, lucrative paycheck after doing the bare minimum of winning one playoff game. They need to stop Daniel Jones at all costs. Do not let him don't let him get freebies on you. Soft coverage. You got to do the opposite of what you did of what Ed Donatel did in 2022, which was god awful. It was Swiss cheese all around with Ed Donatel, but I expect Brian Flores to just mix it up, a bit, do some overload blitzes, do a 4-man rush. You don't have to blitz all the time. Just do 4-man rush if you have to. Hopefully they get there, which is a bonus. So I expect Brian Flores to shut down, and also not taking Malik Neighbors lightly, because Malik Neighbors is I believe, in my opinion, a sensational rookie. He might be possibly better than Marvin Harrison Jr. from the Arizona Cardinals. So Malik, I'm not taking this receiver lightly. You gotta expect him to go off, cover him as if he's a veteran wide receiver that is a good wide receiver, the best that you can. You can't allow Malik Neighbors to take it lightly, and also basically just get after it, with the off. And I believe, though, because the cornerback situation, I believe Stephon Gilmore is going to be on Malik Neighbors, I think. So I think Stephon Gilmore should do a good job of covering him. And then we get to the Vikings, and then we get to the Giants defense, players to look out as far as some. I don't have a whole lot, but there's some, though. Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Adoree Jackson. Those guys are solid. Overall, though, the Giants defense is actually pretty solid. So I feel like, though, the Giants, they are going to give the Vikings some trouble. And also for Sam Darnold, also, I mean, this is his chance. This is Sam Darnold's time, to basically show that he's not just that basically, if he wants to have a Sugar Rush 2009 and 2017 season, Sam Darnold, it's not just like the play calling. It's not just the offensive line or the running backs producing. It's what raw talent Sam Darnold has, If he doesn't see ghosts, if he's comfortable, all he has to do is just do what he can do to do his best. I guess that do what it do best. Anyways, yeah, basically, which is true though, but Sam Darnold needs to show what he's made of, I would just love, Sam Darnold just needs to sling it. You got a ton of weapons. There's no excuse for Sam Darnold here to go off against the Giants. So so Sam Darnold needs to do that, and offensive line needs to do their thing. The forefront of the Giants is actually pretty good, Dexter, I already explained Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns. But to be fair, though, I'm not really worried about Brian Burns, I'm not worried about him at all because last year against Carolina, when Brian Burns played against Carolina, he was shut down by Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill. So I expect the right tackle and the left tackle to do their job. And for the interior offensive line gets a bit dicey because you don't have Dalton Reisner. But you have Ed Ingram, Garrett Bradbury, and Blake Brandel, which is going to be a tough watch, for the interior offensive line and not just the outsiders. But you have to you have to try the best that you can, to open up and also to open up holes for Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler, which basically helps keep it balanced, if you have a good running game and then you have a good passing game. I believe you just need a well-balanced team. And also, the issues that we had last season, I've said this before I believe I said this in previous previews. Do not turn the ball over. Just protect the football because last season in the 2023 season, the Vikings were ranked second to most turnovers. Like, not forcing turnovers on defense, on offense, committing the second most turnovers. 34 turnovers is unacceptable. Is unacceptable for the Vikings. They lost the turnover battle multiple times in that game. At least 10 times in that game. At least. So, you need to protect the ball. And also, Will Reichert and the special teams make the kicks when it's necessary. Because if the game goes down to the wire, Will Reichert needs to make those pressure kicks, I feel like he was good in preseason. Now this is the regular season where games matter. Every single win matters here. And also for Kevin O'Connell, to improve the play calling, from last season, just give Sam Darnold the best chance to win, because you got to do one thing, the run game will certainly help a lot because last season's run game was god awful. It was pathetic. So I believe that the run game is going to be good, but that doesn't mean that you still got to do it the way that you did last season. Personnel, clock management, and just player personnel, everything in between. You need to do better at that. He needs to do better at that. And just because, you know what, though? And just overall, this is a must-win game. I know it sounds like cliche because every game is a must-win. Every single game is a must-win. But with the schedule and how it is, because next week you're going up against the 49ers, the Texans, and the Packers. The Jets could be a tough team. The Lions, the Rams. You're going in a tough stretch of the season. So you have to win this game, you need to make, so basically the Vikings, I feel like there's no reason why the Vikings shouldn't absolutely curb stomp the Giants. Yes, they should. And because the Vikings outmatched the Giants outright, you know? I mean, just take a look at all the weapons on offense and on defense and compare those to the Giants. The Vikings outright dominate them. I mean, I do feel like, though, this is going to be a dominant win, you know, for the Vikings. I feel like it is. They should make a statement. So I am going to say the Vikings do get the dub at MetLife Stadium. Final score, give me Vikings over Giants. 30-7 is my score prediction. So football's back, baby. We'll see how it goes, though. Thank you, guys. We'll do the we'll do week 1 recap of the Giants and the Vikings on Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Skull.